around hiyo 15th September hivi. September ni Kakamega Homeboys September. Okay, the only game nenye naona iko around that time nikitumia hii summarize fixture ya Anagram. Kwa wenye wajui Anagram alikuwa alias yuka ameshuka. But home amna game around that time. Isipokuwa 20th September you're playing Gor, a very huge game. Unaona, na 9 days later you're supposed to be playing your second leg. So depending on venye first leg itakuwa ndio itadetermine how important second leg is. Hiyo game ya Gor naona mkiitupa. But then again, hiyo si game ya kutupa, ni game pia competitive ya league. Unapata, so ni noma sana, so ni tight. That is what comes when you're playing continental and local football. Fixture inaanza kuwa tight hiyo design. So that was our home. Nikiangalia we during that time September, the other fixture mko nayo September ni 24th mnacheza Bandari away. So before 24th, unaona. So 20th you're playing Gor, 24th you're playing Bandari. Alafu most probably between 29th and 1st October you're playing your second leg. Na second leg mnacheza far away in Benina, Benghazi. Uko kwa hiyo stadi yao yenye inaitwa the Martyrs of Benina Stadium. So itakuwa noma, itakuwa very tough 2 weeks for Homeboys. But then again, we can only wish you the best. Naona pia mlikuwa na inaitwa aje ni trials or something. So you're about to welcome a new load of players. Naona.
Yeah, exactly.
So bado tu iko sawa. It's something mkijipanga vizuri it can be done. Unapata.
So saizi naweza encourage watu wa treat Kakamega Homeboys kama mayai because ya kuto represent huko nje, mwacha hii madharau dogo sana konayo. Treat Homeboys kama team ni kama ni mayai because tunaenda ku represent huko nje, na kama tunaenda ku represent huko nje tunataka kuona embarrassment, tunataka kuona victory. That's it.
Haya, naona the Grenada amefika. Ni aje Tross?
Niko fit mshindaje leo?
Poa sana, uko na grenades za kutupa?
Hapana. I've just been following the conversation. Sina maneno mingi sana. Squeeze mimi nafurahia tu. Unajua mimi my joy is we trend in a positive manner, we trend in a negative manner. For me just publicity. So either way mimi ufurahia tu nowadays. Gor Mahia is giving us a lot of problems, so if you try and put your heart there, the next time you're going to start contributing for you here. Na ndio mwaka rejesha. But I have this to say, I think there's nothing we can do about all this our stadium. You guys, all of us watched AFCON in Egypt. If you noticed, all those stadium had that kashiti running track. So it's high time we just tell the federation, it's boring. Hakuna vile tutawatch ball tukiona hapo inatukasirisha. They buy a carpet, they cover the whole of it. Like in Egypt, they cover it to blue. They usually cover it blue. Some places, I usually see some places in Europe, they cover it with that green thing. At least, even if hizo nyasi, hizo fake nyasis, and then wanaweka kwa hiyo running track, ikuwe covered. Kwanza mostly side yenye inaonekana kabisa. Ndio saa ball ikionyeshwa kwa TV, ina at least much better. Cause inakasirisha. Kwanza hiyo ya Kasarani, it's annoying. Unadhani hata tu kila mtu anaenda kurusha mshale mkuki huko. When you go to Kasara, to Nyayo Stadium, the same. Each and every stadium we have the same. So each and every team that is going to adopt a stadium wherever they are going to, one of their budgets, they just need to work on the playing surface. And if that's wakishamaliza hiyo playing surface, uone vile wanaweza tandika hiyo kakitu ifunike hiyo part. And then because hata hizo technical bench nowadays, they have wheels. wakitandika hiyo carpet and then they put those technical bench kama ile ya ulinzi, the wheels ikwe imecover and the whole pitch is covered, at least it will look uniform. Those lines zitaacha kutusinya. That's the easiest we can do away with those things for now. And then for Homeboys, there's nowhere that Homeboys is going. You remember this Al Hilal? I think it's relegated. I'm confusing. I don't know. There's a team in Tanzania. They played at home, and when they were supposed to go away, they didn't go away. Nimesahau ni timu gani. It was being coached by Baraza or somebody. So when the reason the Tanzania started accusing these people, nyinyi mlichukua do, Al Hilal waliwalipa nini. But if you look at Al Hilal, if you look at their latest fixture saizi, wamecheza na timu ya kina Odionigalo in Arab Cup. Who has this village team played so far? Shenderema Secondary School. Who have they played? This team, Google right now, Al Hilal Tripoli, latest fixture yenye wamecheza saizi, acha ni type. Al Hilal wamecheza, Al Hilal Tripoli imecheza na Al Hilal Riyadh ya Saudi Arab Cup. So and then you come here and then you look at what Kakamega Homeboys has been doing. These people have played with the Kinodionigalo, and you know how the Saudi League and the Arab League, there's too much competition. And then you want to assume here, these people are going nowhere. In fact, they're going to waste their money. Wachapwe home, wachapwe away, hakuna shida. The same way that Tusker ilichapwa home and away. No, hakuna shida. But again, niko kusema, I think we are moving away from over lamenting. Nick Mwendwa does this, Nick Mwendwa does that. We got tired of following people, of following writers who we anafanya hii juu anafanya hii. We got tired of Arocho. You saw everybody was tired with Arocho. Gor Mahia fans got tired with their team. So when you get tired on something, you find a way. You work on what you have. You make it a better place, and then you move on. Even Felix has gotten tired of Gor Mahia. He's moved to Rainbow, a team that Rainbow associates with the LGBTQ community. He's moved to Rainbow, but he doesn't care. No. So let's adopt the positive things and give solutions to. Let's not. We see the problem we have. Pia sisi tunataka kufanya vitu zikuwe complex, and the reason as why we are here, we want to make it look so easy. Like before, it was so hard tweeting about Kenyan football. Winston could tweet about Arsenal, tuna comment. But nowadays, if he tweets about Kenyan football, we joke about it. Today, Git was tweeting that maneno ya mpira ya majuu, mnaseka alarm hadi saa 11 saa 9 usiku, Goat can't sleep because he wants to watch shitty Manchester United play. No, he has to set alarm. I wake up in the middle of the night. I scroll Twitter 1 minute to check if God has moved to Bandari. I see Goat tweeting, Manchester has conceded. I wake up in the morning when I go to work, Goat has tweeted, Manchester has lost. But game ikiwekwa Kenya, ali kick off saa 7 on a Sunday, ndio hiyo. That's why I don't watch Kenyan football. It's being played early by 1. That's why I don't watch Kenyan football.
So I think jamii hata games zikiwa saa 7. Hiyo nayo, hiyo si ifo ikuwa slanda yangu. Mimi hata game ikiwa saa 7 mimi huwa naenda. Isinanga worries.
Mnaset alarm aje kama mock surely. But like on a positive note, one, these teams sisi kuna fans na fans wako kwa hizo space na nini. Watafute vile wanaweza kuwa na cover hiyo kitu during match days. Ikiisha watoe tu waende nazo. Unaona? Tuambie sisi we don't want to see those lines. Hata kama mtazipaka rangi, mkuje mzitoe basi. Unaona? Because there's no way you can do away with it. We are not a footballing nation, but we are a marathon nation. Now says to tushaingia hadi short races nation. So we can't do away with it. It has just to come for our stadium to be there, itakuja na hii kitu. So the best ili tujisaidie teams ziambiwe at least mfunikange hizi vitu. Federation include kwa hizo the CAF reducible or federation irreducible minimums, ile yenye tulisema kila team ikuwe na fund. Waeke pia hii waseme kama muzifunika hii kiwanja yenu hapa, hatutaki kuona hizi vitu mingi haitachezeka. As simple as that. and then each and everybody will adopt that, and then ball yetu itakuwa inakaa decent. Unaona, watu wa kamera watakuwa nasonga karibu, si mtu wa kamera amekaa huko kwa sand ya kuruka long jump. That's all I have to say.
Grenada, umekuja na upole squeeze. Ama grenade zako tu ni za management.
God ananipatia nightmare hapa bana, silali. Sasa ndaweka havi nani? Ndeka champe.
By the way, acha nikuulize bro. Unajua nimeuliza GOAT hiyo swali na GOAT akakuwa lost in the argument. So
GOAT atakuwa na namba ya God.
Nilimuuliza sana nani ana replace God hapo sasa. Akakataa kuniambia.
Kwa favorite player ama goalkeeper?
Hapana, goalkeeper bana. Mimi sitaki kujua your favorite. Mimi najua una Daily. Hawezi replace God.
Tushachukua goalkeepers for Park. I think hata ndo maana God anapush hiyo nini yake ya kwenda. Tushasai. You already have a goalkeeper. Props for Park. Ndo maana God anapush
replacewa.
Tuko na players wana register bado, but I think I think wengi ni ma right back yo position ya Filo. Kina Rooney
ni right back.
Kina Rooney, Rooney alikuwa nitaje team Wazito. Si Wazito, ni Wazito ama ni Nairobi. I think City Stars. But
God. Na niulize kwani Blackberry anakuanga deep state, mbona mumtimu hivi?
Wewe kwanza Nyamwezi.
Yes sir.
Jifunze kuinua mkono bana. Hiyo ndio inafanya GOAT hapo amenianza hiyo swali. Nilimuuliza kitambo by the way. Na unasikia venye saa hii iko sawa.
But I think kivyangu mimi sidhani kuna mtu anaweza replace favorite player wangu pale Gor kama God, but pendo mjama. Kwanza nilipigia jezi zangu zote za Gor kwa namba 16 zote.
Sasa utazifanyia nini?
Sintaendelea tu kama sina hata nani. Bro, unaniuliza swali ngumu, but naweza kuzida kuambia kwa nani. Kuna kijana fulani midfielder wetu indango Masha. Huyu ni bamba sana. Sharia. Naweza kuzida. But the only thing I know, I'll get a Bandari jersey. Na niandike namba ya God. Hiyo ni must. That's the only thing I know. Thank you.
Haida shida, naona Dice ako hapa bana. Dice ameinua mkono. Maliza tafadhali. Dice anafaa ongea.
Sisi vile God ameenda, team, we love the team, yeah. We were born green, we will die green. We love the team. Now we just have to bring somebody that our one of our own. It's either anunue Birgen amconvince aache wanajeshi vile waliconvince Samuel Onyango akakuja Gor, ama wanunue Lucas Maina. Jusawe, now what is the reason am I going to watch Gor Mahia anymore? My favorite player nimemfightia national team
kwanza mahali. Bro, venye ulikuwa unaniimbia God kwa study. God, ona tu God akishika tu ball. God kila mahali. Mfuate Bandari. Umesikia?
Hatuwezi support. Hatuwezi timu ya mateja, but unanipata alama, hatuwezi support him.
Wacha tusikie mtu wa Bandari vya kiongea. Dice, sikia venye watu wanaongea juu ya timu yako bana.
Woza. Wewe mzee, nimefika. By the way, guy, Evans anaanza tu vizuri, anasema leo sina mengi ya kusema, hata sina grenades, alafu anaangusha landmines. Pu. Hey, KK is not going anywhere. Guys, so acha nianze tu hapo kwa KK. So Kakamega Homeboyz nimewafuatilia toka wakuwe confirmed kuwa wanaenda Confederation and whatever they've been doing blah blah blah. So I think for a team that is with that ambition and stage wako, they are not even like a big team in KPL. They are not that big, unaona. Hawana like that financial, as in nikijaribu kurate hawafiki tuseme ligi ya kina hata Bandari, kina KCB, you know, and kina Tusker, but they are an ambitious team. Ukiangalia, they follow the simple rules. Don't release your good players. They still have kina Shuma, unaona, na bado kina Shuma alikuwa transfer target kama unakumbuka. They still held to their best players. Wamejaribu lakini I think as of this point it's only that kuwinio Mozart inakupeleka Confederations, otherwise ingekuwa iwapeleki na washinde wangekuwa tu sawa. So now they have another commitment ya Confederations ambapo it's too hard. Mwanzo umepata, niliona tu Al Hilal nikajua imeisha juu bana, vile naona tukicheza venye I watch them play versus Tusker buda. Sasa nikireplace Tusker na Al Hilal bro, wakubali tu ishi hapo, considering pia it will bring a financial strain to them. Unaona, saa hii ingekuwa ni team iko serious, tuseme a good team to a rate like our top teams, say Tusker, say Gor Mahia, like Gor Mahia yenye kuna financial muscles sana na hii inateseka. They should have been signing, like beefing up the squad ready for the challenge, unaona, lakini wao ni kama washakubali kuwa we want to go that far, considering pia mnacheza home games zenu away Tanzania, unaona, inakuwa tu complicated kidogo. So I think waridhike tu na hapo mali wameenda wao kwenda CAF Confederations. It's already a big thing for them. Waendelee tu kurebuild polepole, but honestly speaking, Tross was right. There's nowhere they're going. Secondly, nimesikiza all that while story ya study na technical center. I think Nick dropped another Nick agenda. Siji mazimi wakati mwingine nakaa naona Nick ni kama nyinyi mnasemanga tasemanga mimi naamka najidunga sindano naanza kutweet. Nick is using something, na hiyo kitu ni kama inamlemea juu the guy, hata sidhani ka stories za jaba zimefika hapo. Like the guy is delusional. The guy is so delusional. If Gor Mahia ilikuwa inasemekana inaenda kucheza TZ CAF, and then I had the statement akisema AFCON qualifiers tutacheza Nyayo na Lord, na unakuwa ni ya kuona ya Gor akaongea. He's giving out things half baked. Unajua sasa shida ya pia Nick. I think Nick is on something. If you know Nick personally, please mwambie tu siku moja atafute mafans aseme we having a fans conference. Yeye tuna mafans study, akuwe na one on one, tukae hata the biggest stand ama tukae tu hapo grao to chill, tupige story na yeye atuelezee hizi vitu huwa anafikiria na kuja kutuambia kwa press conference. Kidogo ni kama this guy is on something. Unaona, vitu zingine hatuaga ametutoanisha tu. Peana kitu, ukipeana na ndio tunashindania hapo. Ukipeana detail, huwezi kuja we'll have useme Machakos imepeana land. Say Machakos imepeana land kwa FKF. I think Lamu was saying it very nice. FKF is an independent entity from the government. So if they want to have stadiums or assets or what, they have to have their own things as a federation. Unaona? So ukisema eti Machakos imetupia land, wewe unasema tujui hiyo land nimepeana kwa FKF, ni FKF imenunua shamba iamue kujenga kumbe imekuwa leased 33 years. Bona hizo vitu atuambi. Alafu najaribu kuelewa jamaa ukisema sasa, so after 33 years asset itabaki kwa ama itaenda tena kwa gavana ama ikuwa another straight. So that discussion somewhere is just so crazy how this guy just sits and thinks. Unaona, na kaulizwa, I think somebody asked story, I think sponsorship or something, Akasema naenda hivi na kam. Hebu someone confirm nisikuwe na pia mimi naongea stories za jaba. Lamo
Iko
alisema
hivyo bro. Hii story ni hivyo tu, ndo pia hivyo tu. Hiyo tu alisema na
so
kama.
Lakini the actual
this
watu
guy
hazikuwa anaenda na kama. The actual watu lakini.
like this guy is on some shit. Like honestly, if you're in this space and you know someone who knows him, ni boy wa Ukambani hapo Makindu. Ukijua mtu wa Makindu aenda tafuta naye haki akuje, hata akuje stand 13 akuja tupige tu story cause man this guy vitu hufanya tu mimi naona anyway mafans tu tuko hapa, what can we do? We'll be there as we have said, we'll be there. And on another thing, I think for the fun games, the fun stakeholders, like the fans as stakeholders in our beautiful game have really upped the standards. Bro, I think football KE as a community of fans, it has really grown, and it has really, like, my fans are really pushing the game. As of next season, whether we have a sponsor or whether Nico, whoever does whatever, I think the fans will be there. I think the past 1 week nimeona hiyo hype ya past 1 month, hiyo hype ya Kenya School Games, hiyo hype ya wasee kwenda hizo tu friendly na nini na nini. I think it's something KPL clubs should borrow a leaf from, cause sielewi. Hebu look at this math. Hii Kenya secondary whatever wamekuwa recognized juzi, wamepatiwa license juzi. Okay, sawa, they've been there, but then games za Shanderema, games za Serani, people are not filming Serani and Lunini, but hizi games za high school zina pull crowd. I think these guys should learn a lot from these teams and what makes these people wakuwe na that much following. And also I was there for Bandari friendly versus Mvita Young Stars. Bro, like Mvita Young Stars, leave alone Bandari, Mvita Young Stars turned up like crazy. Fans.
Guys nasikia Mvita Young Stars wako na fans kuliko Bandari but that's what I'm getting from ground.
Bro, like hao walibeba mtaa mzima. Unajua si jokes. And then walikuwa wamekuja cause of Mvita Young Stars. Mafans wengine pia wapo wa Bandari, but wamekuwa mkuja in show of Mvita Young Stars. Na bro wamekuja na majazis. Okay, si wengi walikuwa na jazis, but walikuwa pia wamekuja na jazis. Unaona? Like there's that vibe. There's that connection. And those kids are so young. I'm older than those kids, bro. And wasi turn up, unaona? Like wasi turn up and all wamekuja paka na bus, unaona? Game ilivyoisha wako hapo wamechat na maboys. Like there's that pool, and it was the 3 p.m. on a weekday. Hawa si wakusema sijui bro, ka unaweza epa job bro. Unajua mimi usikiza wase na washangaa. Ka unaweza epa job saa 9 useme nikave manze, niacha ka weekend kaanze upitie uingie bezi ya jaba ukaanze ukitafutia updates. Boss ameka unaendeleaje? Fiti utatupeleka na rada. Ka una doing hivyo, wase wako mjengo hapa, they can confirm. Ka wase udu hivyo na si mara moja ama mbili, Wednesday wase wamejaza maze study. Picha I think muliona hapo. Taufik Balala alipost, mimi nilipost. I think people turn up, and there's a big difference. Merchandising, I think clubs should do a lot more. Please, let me put on record. I met Haywood, and I was telling him, guy, like, aje limuonyesha paka hiyo picha. I'm like, hey, mazeni aje bana, msha angalia concept mazeni leka paka wallpaper. Vipi bwana, si organize, ongea na board this concept. And he was telling me Michael Ngwe contacted him a bit late after the concept design imepita, unaona, but he himself felt it's like he feels hiyo idea ingekuwa imekuja mapema it will have passed, unaona, it will have passed ama it will have gotten some consideration, unaona. So I think our clubs should do more effort juu I think zishakuja kids and pia ni kama yuko that satisfactory, but unaona product ya club unabidi uisukume. So I think our clubs should do more effort with merchandising and nini and sisi kama football KE unaweza jaribu kuset hiyo standard. We've set standards kwa vitu mob na nini. Hiyo story ya merchandising kupush the standards za merchandising kwa club na wasio washike nini, cause people will. I think people are so dedicated and people will. And to sign off my last sentiments, God is at Mbaraki, God damn it kudadeki. God is at Mbaraki, inaanza pale nyuma, inaenda kwa Andrew Juma anageuka, anacheki Machaka kidogo, anageuza kwa Magige, anageuka Siraja kwa open, weka through pass maridadi Starboy
Abdalla alishaenda.
Starboy ni captain bro, ni captain.
Ningeshangaa
Ni amefanywa captain bro. Inaenda kwa Abdalla Hassan, Vyenga anapiga crossfield pass Kinyanjui, young boy Kinyanjui, leta cross maridadi, nampata nani, goal machine Hassan Beja, Mohamed Beja. Bro, I think at this point I was so negative about Muhyiddin staying, but this guy is starting to change my mind because I think the club sometimes we go through a lot. So you come on hiyo interview ya John McKinstry, wale kumita plumber Evans upo, wale kumita plumber sijui koso
we goat we cheki nice. Unajua ulikuwa kwa Bandari, unataka kuruka tena kwa Gor.
No, I'm giving an example. I'm giving an example because nakumbuka kina Evans wakiwita John McKinstry plumber and all and then after ile interview yake tuka have a new picture. So me with Muhyiddin, I was so negative, by the way, so negative about that guy, but I think he's just trying to we are on some sort of rebuild, bro. I think teams to watch next season, mimi mnasema Police, ni amjaona Bandari bro, mnasema Police guy, that team is being rebuilt. Like I saw huyu captain wa Mombasa Elite amesign 1 year, alikuwa kwa hiyo friendly akaingia second half when the first team was playing. I watched him and that guy is so good. We have also signed captain wa Wazito. Like signings are not biased bro, like signings are not biased yet. Alta Uswahili, unaona team inajituma. The team unajua kuna project not project, kuna plan ya fans kwenda na team bus paka Tanga where we'll be playing our friendlies. I think the team bro, we are like, I feel like we are having the Newcastle revolution, if you're feeling me, if you're getting me. Like we are starting to look new again, like we're starting to
zima hiyo kitu bwana, zima hiyo kitu
bro. Imagine even local leaders are coming to games bro. Local leaders are coming to games na si style ya Kisimbarati eti paka aonyeshwe kwa shati sijui nini. No, for the love of the game bro. MCAs wamekuje, like if you know MCA wa Jambere, Gago, anyone from Mombasa, Gago was in the stadium. They still come to the stadium. Local football coaches, these people turn around. Like it's a new revival bro. And teams to watch, I'll put Bandari first. Not sijasema but Bandari.
Mkari, hebu tulia kiasi. Mkari, tulia tu kidogo. Tulia tu kiasi. Unaona Dice?
Yes.
So hii trip mnaenda Tanzania. Is it confirmed? You know, by the way tu venye umesema mnaenda Tanga. You will first stop in Tanga, then you make your way to the other regions of Republic of Tanzania. Unajua Tanzania si it is the Republic of Tanzania.
Wakiona
Kuna different regions na
Yeah.
Zanzibar huko. So mnaenda kucheza timu gani huko Tanzania?
Nimesahau honestly, nilikuwa nimeona hiyo circular but nimesahau. I'll look for that document. Niki speaker.
Tena Newcastle of Kenya. Newcastle of Kenya unaiangusha.
Bro, like nimesahau tu sasa nikwambia story ya Tanga but
Bro, Lamo expect aje teja kuwe na memory kusema tu kweli.
bro, niko soba mtu. Aluta nitato, niko soba.
Lamo niko on.
Like nikizima speaker I'll share this the schedule iko nini iko hapa. We are friendly zetu za Tanzania. I think we will even play
tunakwambia ni moja. Ile tunakwambia ni moja. Huko Mombasa to expect sana. Karibu kila weekend. Tutarajie sana kwa sana next season. Hiyo tu ndio tutakwambia.
Mwanzo wewe soma DM ya WhatsApp wewe, uliniacha hanyi wewe, kwenda huko.
Wewe tuachana WhatsApp, tuongelee mpira bana. Tuongelee mpira bana.
Mbona leta hizo wewe?
Unajua cheki, guys. Yes. Kuna wenzako wameinua mkono. Nataka pia waongee, unaona?
I'm done. Thank you for the time.
Sasa utafuata go tu huko mali unamtumia ma DM. Name ni aje? Naona pia nyinyi mnaenda Tanzania.
MC mimi ni ajeni kwanza. Mazee nimesikia tunaenda Tanzania. Kwa nini hata zimeamua kwenda Tanzania? Fuck. Hata ili tungeenda Switzerland or something. Anyway, si taska si tuna pressure mingi. Si niwaambia sisi hatunanga, we do things pole pole, zero pressure. Mlikuwa mnaitisha signings ndio hizo. Maybe tume lose a few guys, but you know, we are trust
we still have. Usituambie hizo signings ni gani? Ama pia we ni fan tu fan. Signings gani? Na usituambie Mwangi aliingia last week but wana mazui but. Si lazima
nianze kurudiwa hapa. Anyway, mimi nilikuwa nakuja tu straightforward to the point.
No, tuambie signings zenu. Tuambie signings zenu.
Na kwanza wewe history unasema eti team ya Kenya ikienda CAF we are obligated to support them. No, hell no.
Obligated. Sikusema obligated bro. Sikusema obligated.
Let me tell you for a fact. Gor hata waende wacheze wapi. There is no way ningewa support CAF. At least niko na soft.
Ndio maana nyinyi winners.
Sikia, sababu niko na soft spot na Kakamega Homeboys. Sinanga ubaya na wao, sikia tu holding grudge na timu ndogo. So hiyo naweza ipatia support kidogo. And then pia Dice history mnasema hapa na ya kina inaitangwaje timu ya huyu jamaa ya Mombasa.
Bandari.
Si Bandari. Vita. I will never rate team. Hata wajazi stadium inatoshana aje mpaka waingie competitive ball. Saizi naweza kuambia ukweli, Brescia is bigger than Mvita. Because tunacheza league, a competitive league. Wakuje wa compete, tuwaone what they can do kwa league. Si kutuletea ligi yao ya Mombasa hapo hivi wanaenda kucheza na vijana wadogo.
Sasa wacha nikuulize. Sasa kama unasema them tutulie, ushasema. You know, we can just argue with whatever you've said.
Yes.
Umesema you cannot respect them because they are not playing a competitive league. Si ndio?
Yes.
Umesema. Yes. Na hiyo ligi wanacheza. So wanacheza Mombasa County League.
Hiyo ligi ya Ufala
different.
Wakuje, no, let them.
Sasa unaona, wacha nikushow, sikia, wacha nikwambie mbona ni competitive. One, because they have managed to attract fans that come to see them week in, week out.
Then let them Brescia. No, let them use that fan base.
Do you know why they are not in FKF leagues? Do you know why?
Probably afraid.
Not probably. Wacha nikwambie kwa nini. Tulia. Let me school you. The reason why they are not under any FKF league, it's because the sole purpose of Mvita ni kuprovia FKF how they should run a football club or a football league. They cannot play under Mwendwa juu awaja trust Mwendwa na venye na run football matters.
No. Can they not come to this league and
it's under FKF?
No,
nishakwambia
wakuja approve in this league waseme
if it's about proving tunaweza organize by the mechi. Sikia tunaweza organize mechi ya Mvita na hiyo Brescia. Juewe umekataa kuunderstand logic, unaweka feelings. Usikue sensitive.
No, it's not about logic. It's not about logic. I say they are playing a league yenye hizo teams zenye wanacheza nazo huko ni za ufala.
Ni kama venye tulize dice sikia. Dice ni wa coast.
Russia team ya county coast. Alafu unakuja kuringa.
Usiingize feelings, maintain. Kuwa mpole bro.
Up to.
No, what do you mean no? Tulia sasa tuambiwe wacha kuingiza, sisi tunaongea feelings. Dice. Wewe ni mtu wa coast. You're closer to Mvita, si ndio? Are they a proper club ama ni timu ya mtaani tu ya game tu za weekend?
Sikiza, tunaweza sema currently Mvita Youngsters is more of like an academy team trying to build itself, to build with the players. Cause nimesema tu hapa kwa comments, the oldest player alikuwa naona hapo anakaa kuwa say 21, 22. Unaona? The oldest, and they are playing in the Mombasa Premier League. Sawa? They are playing against teams like Modern Coast. They are playing against teams Ziwani. Unaona? Nemuel bala story nyingi na hili. Taufik, I've seen Taufik in the comments.
Wacha hiyo Mvita ikuje itafute Naivas ya NSL. Wacheze nao. Tuone what they are made of. Hii tabia wanacheza local football eti wanaenda stadium wanajaza watu. No. Come and show us what you got.
Div2 ni international football. So they all local football.
Wakuja waicheze.
Nimesahau. I have forgotten. Wewe ni mtu wa Chelsea unaongea hivyo. Bro, cheki.
Zinacheza na timu.
Bana, akili si kofia bana. Wacha ufala. Pana tumia akili kama helmet ya Ndudhi bana. Jueni Ndudhi FC. Use your fucking brain bro. Uwezi ongea hivyo. Na wewe unacheza county league.
Na ni birthday yake. Jamaa yani.
Ndio maana naongea. Ako maji.
No. By the way. Wacha tu tuongee ukweli. Sikati Mvita kali. I do not dispute that. Me si dispute that. But there's no way unaweza make change out of playing a league yenye hata ijulikani. Tunasikia ni Mombasa League, mnacheza na timu za ufala. Ndio nakwambia let them get one Div 1 ama Div 2 team, wakuje in Nairobi na mafans wao, tuone what they can do with that team, because there's no point.
I would say Taufik was here in this space. Taufik Balala was here in this space. So I'm proposing kwa management ya Football KE muconnect Brescia na Mvita Youngsters. They have a friendly time bado iko.
Guys, Brescia hawana pesa logistics ya kwenda Mombasa.
Hiyo Mvita mswati yezi piga the All Stars.
Hata niongezee Nemuel, wewe unaingilia Bandari hapa. Umeona Gor inacheza na timu gani hiyo?
No, hata Polisi niliona wanacheza na timu ya nini? Timu ya county huko na Nyuki. Alafu wanawapiga 7-0 wanaanza kuingia hapa.
Point yako ni gani unaingilia Bandari?
No, me I was just making a point just because mnashinda hapa mnasema Mvita. No. Hiyo nikiwahi waona wakicheza under FKF, under FIFA, then I'll start rating them from there. Unless waseme ni academy. No, if they say they are an academy, yenye watatuzia ma players and everything, because let's say like next season tukipata huyo sponsor, teams zikuja hapa zipate do, ziende shopping, zitaenda zishop Mvita mzima yote, and then once tena kurebuild, they should just say they are an academy. They are there to build youngsters wacheze ball. So hii ni kama
hata sahi as we talk,
no
acha kwa nywele
Levi,
yeah,
cheki nako na Madrid mind you, by the way,
ndio hadi
nako na
unashangaa.
Madrid.
no
Unaona sasa hata sahi sikia name the bigger picture objectives za Mvita ni different from your team. Na simanishi Brescia, naongelea Tusker. Juu kitu pia ujui, hawa say they also nurture talent and sell talent to Middle East. Unaona? Au ni watu
so they are
washabe
there
kadi
for
market.
business, strictly business.
Bro, hiyo cheki, hiyo labda waulize, but it is something they have done not once or twice. Unaona? So sikia hata wewe in your eyes, if they actually doing so poorly, imagine bado wanapeleka ma players overseas. Juu pia wale watu wanaona the kind of players wako nao. Kama unaambiwa
No, just
kuna vijana, tulia bro, tulia. Hizi no zako ni mingi. Unataka tukuchuje space uanze kutuita pia si dictator. Na utaki kuwa bro, usijifanye wewe ni mruli. Tushajua wewe ni mruli. But just try and be civil.
Niaje? Sini said na name kiasi. Nacheki mali ball yetu iko na ni vile nilisema bana, hatuwezi kuwa tuna fight outside the house. Ati tuko na league moja hapa, tuko na league nyingine hapa, tuko na hizo structures hapa, tuko na chapadimba hapa, na wase wa chapadimba ndio wanafaa kucheza Div 2 wako county nini. Mvita inadupoa by the way. Na Balala tumepatana naye na tumeongea na hiyo story, nikamshow boss, ni muhimu uingie kwa system. Huwezi kuwa una fight outside the system. Okay, you're trying to prove a point, but why don't you prove a point within the system? Okay, I know you might not win, the system is rigged, lakini if you actually have a proper system and something that works, you can make it shine within the system.
That can't work.
It can and it will. You know why? Yeah? Because Mvita inaenda wapi? Wako na hizi ideas, wako na players, wako na kila kitu, wako na nini, watatujazia study na nini. Lakini wakimaliza hiyo Premier League yao, hata wametop, wataenda wapi? Unaona? Wewe ingia kwa system, uchapane kwa system bana. Hizo idea zako, hizo system zako, au fans wako walete kwa system, wacha wapande, waingie. Wamecheza na Bandari leo na wameshow a good game. I mean, bring that to within the league. Sio kufight nje. Unaona Mvita Youngsters na Chapadimba ina difference. Unajua kwa nini? Unajua kwa nini?
Wacha nikujibu before uendelee. He was here nakumbuka hata siku za kwanza, and he explained it. He explained why he went the route ya Mvita Youngsters, and it's been 20 years. By the way, he gave the entire story. It's been 20 years since he did that. Now, his idea was to show FKF that his idea can actually work, because amejaribu huku kwa system na hajapatiwa hiyo chance. In fact, he came boldly and say he wants to take that seat, and he doesn't want ati kuvai. Hiyo kuvai ameona kuna biasness mob sana. He wants to take over with a tangible structure. Ile akisema na take over, hii ndio ngoja. Sasa si hivyo ndio venye anataka, but he has already proven Huu ni mse saizi tukasema tu wanaenda kuvai for
umeprove na team za mtaa bana. Hata mimi naweza tengeneza
hiyo
vitu yangu hapa mtaani
hebu
huko.
tengeneza brother. Watu wangapi wametengeneza? Unajua ndo bayo tunapenda kuongea hapa. Ngoja
Hebu ongea dizo kwenda huko.
Ngoja Nkari tulia. Watu wangapi wametengeneza? Ni watu wangapi wametengeneza? Sisi tunaenda saizi president next tukitaka kuvai tutaweka nani hapo? Tutaweka mtu mwenye hata hajatengeneza ligi. Kwa hivyo saizi tuko na mtu ngoja Nkari. Ngoja. Wewe unajua unasema bado na kuschool tu polepole. Wewe unasema ati yeye anaenda anafanya hizo vitu huko nje kwa local leagues. Wewe unadhani utaingia aje kwa big league kama hujautuonyesha foundation unaweza nini? Meaning he has a campaigning ako na campaigning project. Anaweza kuja aseme tunaweza vote umse aku FKF president because tumeona he's made it work with a very small team.
Cheki dizo
with the big structure.
Cheki wewe kitu unadu unaona nikana mdismiss. Sim dismiss. I actually like what he's doing.
No, you basically
I've not dismissed. No, the thing is when you get ideas and you make ideas collab mali Mvita Youngsters sasa iko ni collab, lakini si ilete kwa ground. Unaona?
Mbona ilete kwa ground?
Ilete kwa ground, ilete kwa league na
hebu kiasi
Tross kiasi nimalizie alafu Nkari. Mvita haifai kuingia kwa league. Mvita was just a project. Hiyo ni idea. So what we need to take is that idea. Mvita hakuna mahali anaenda nayo. Mvita ni ya mtaani. He made
lakini tulete league
kwa league. Situmlete yeye kwa league.
Iko kwa lab.
Hatutaki Mvita kwa league.
Iko kwa lab. Mvita iko kwa lab
Nkari. Hatutaki Mvita kwa league. We want huyo mwenye alibuildio Mvita kwa league. Hatutaki Mvita kwa league. Si kila kitu ikibuildiwa kwa lab ati inaletwa kwa system. Bro, if
lazima bana. Lazima.
Hiyo ndio imeleta mediocre hapa.
Acha nipatiane hapa case study to compare. There used to be this guy who was running SportsPesa Super 8 League. It was so entertaining, better than our league. It was the time for him to try and fight to become the president. Was he smart or was he not smart, Nkari?
No, you know, what I know something about smartness. You can be smart.
No.
You can be smart. Excuse me, he was smart. By the way, Hussein himself smart sana. Unajua,
Let me
no. Guys.
Just hold on and then I'll give you the mic.
Ngojeni niseme kitu. By the way, Hussein himself smart sana by the way.
Wacha Tross aendelee na story, aendelee na point yake.
Alafu nipate opportunity
You love your opportunity.
So Nkari, I was in Tuk by then. Tuk was playing. Jaconaya happened to be in the same high school that I was. So by the virtue that Jaconaya was playing for Tuk and then I came to Tuk at that time, I used to support Tuk and I followed all the Tuk games. Hussein, he did something that was good, but he was later on frustrated. People wanted him to become the federation president. I don't know what happened, Unona. For us, we've just been struggling for this game to be liked. We want this game to be liked. Football is about the fans. It's not about where you play or where. Wrexham was playing in a known league. Where are they now? They organized themselves, they looked for rich people, and they came and they invested in the team. So when they felt it's the right time to join the system, they joined the system. It worked. They played Manchester United the other day. Yeah? So you cannot tell me, just because you want people to compete with your shambolic, you want to force us to join your mediocrity, your confusion, just so that we can your shambolic league, so that we can be uniform, a league that doesn't have structures or anything, so that let them operate like that. I don't have a problem of them operating like. Wacha wafanye hivyo venye wanataka. After all, people buy slots here left, right and center. Who cares? Wazito just came the Moroni youth, they bought a slot the other day. People have been buying slots. Muli Children's Family have sold their slot on NSL. They won't be participating in this league. So if Balala feels like, I want to join the system, he has the finances, he's been running this team, he can buy the slot. But currently, he doesn't feel like he wants to join the system. Let him run his team wherever it is. So these people that come from where Balala managed this team, the fans like the team playing there. When the fans feel like we are now ready to go for the league or to join a competitive league, they'll tell the chairman, they'll tell the owner, okay, now we feel like tumeshapita hii kiwango, saizi wako unbeaten in that level, watamwambia, okay, tubaie slot mahali. It's not a big deal. Adagala bought Wazito, and we were told a rich engineer bought Wazito, only for Adagala to show up, a crook to show up in the league. Muranga Seals bought a slot. How many people have been selling slots and buying slots? Gogo bought a slot because they had money. Kibra United has more fun than Gogo, but since Gogo had more money, they bought slot, they bought players. Wamemaliza number 6. So what are you trying to say? For me, I'll always stand on the side of the fans. As long as the fans are comfortable, as long as the fans are comfortable where their team is, and they want their team to elevate or to join another place, they'll tell the owner of the team, now we feel like tumeshinda watu tuweke hapa, ama unaona aje to join hapa, ama unaona aje to, but for now there's nothing they're going to get. Gor Mahia got 0 from winning the league, so you want Balala to be traveling all over Kenya and then get 0? Are you being realistic?
No, you see, what I'm trying to say is that me, Hussein and Balala ni wase, I like the ideas, I like what they are doing, but boss, you can't be doing things on the outside. The outside is good for experimentation. Nika lab. Una try idea akina Super 8, akina Mvita Youngsters, those ideas. Lakini now subject them to reality. Bana reality yetu ni kwamba we are FIFA affiliated, we are CAF affiliated, we are FKF affiliated, and we have a structure bana. Hizo good ideas zilete kwa structure. Okay? Alafu kizileta kwa structure, make them work. Let's see them work. I think at that point we are good. Unless you're trying to prove something else so that you're trying to get power from the outside, which is also a strategy for getting power. So what are we looking at? Are we looking at football or are we looking at power acquisition? Kama ni power acquisition, hey boss, we piga hiyo yako ya huko nje. Alafu kuja tupige kelele. You can get power that way easily. But are you really interested in the football? Okay? If you're interested in the football, just a minute. Kidogo, wacha nimalize, but football is affiliation. And if you're not affiliated, nika katho bana, mini mkatho. Nika hauwezi kuwa father au bishop au hata deacon kama uko affiliated at the main church. That's football for you. It goes all the way to the Pope. Na Infantino say ndio Pope bana. So you must be affiliated. Ni game lazima fight from the inside. Unless you're looking for power, which you can fight from outside. But if you're really interested in the game, I swear, hata players wako, au players una develop sahi, msee akiomoka, ataenda wapi? Atatumia channel gani kwenda juu? Itabidi akuondoke.
Nimekwambia wanaenda Middle East. They have connection with Middle East. For them is outside. It's nurturing them outside.
Both, if you're not in a FIFA recognized structure, hakuna mali unaenda.
Sasa Kenya unaona uelewi one. Sikia, sikia.
Kidogo la
wacha na feelings.
Niko na feelings juu. Tumejaribu hizi struggle for a while, by the way, yeah? If you're not FIFA,
do you think he's having it easier?
No, he's not. He's actually having
a struggle.
Yeah, but I think he'd have it easier playing within affiliation and fighting from within.
Associated at all.
I like kwa nini bana?
Mko na to him in his perspective. FKF yote na management iko na chawa. Adai hizo chawa.
Si amecheza na Bandari leo.
What you don't understand. What you don't understand.
unaona
Haimaanishi
amecheza na
ni
Bandari,
subject the
What do you
teams.
mean
anacheza na Bandari, anacheza na Bandari sababu anatafuta hiyo endorsement. Unacheki? So ni best yangu by the way. Siongeangi hata mimi nilimshow hizi vitu tukiwa naye, si ati namkashifu publicly for nothing.
Ngoja brother, wacha tu nikwambie kitu first of all. In fact kani best yako na hadi mbonga, nyinyi ndio watu tunafaa kuwachuja around those big brains. Nyinyi ndio wenye mna insist na mediocrity inabaki juu, nyinyi ndio mna advise vitu hazi make sense. Juu hata saizi kwa hii show ikianza nilisema uwezi leta foundation in an already built up building. Hii upuzi yenye tunashinda tukisema ati fight from within, hiyo kitu haiwork. It has never worked. It is just
no one has tried it in Kenyan football.
Bro,
no one has tried it in Kenyan football.
Wait. No. It's nothing about Kenyan football. It's about a structure. A structure it's a standard worldwide. So you trying to fight from within a structure, you're bringing new ideas in a structure that is already built. Bro, it just sounds like a good idea, but it's not. It is not applicable.
Ndizo nikupatie tu example tu ya ufala
nipatie.
Politics za Kenya. Boys, Ruto fought from within bana. Ruto fought from within.
What do you mean?
Uko ndani lakini unajifanya uko nje. I know it's not the kind of example I should give, but I'm just
guys, need discussion.
Guys. Bana.
Sawa, wacha la
in simple terms Devia anasema.
Ngoja la mod before we upeleke in simple.
Ilere tu in simple terms waelewe.
Amesema Ruto fought from within. Bro, Ruto has been in politics since campus.
He is the system.
Jamani system. He just used a different method within the system. He didn't fight from within. That guy is the system. Wakiwa na Raila pia ni system. They're all just using their different ideologies, but in the system. This is someone who's been fighting the system from outside the system. And it's working. We are seeing he's gathering funds. That's what we need in the league. Can you imagine in his mediocre league, as we might call it, he's gathering funds. But ukikuja kwa FKF hakuna funds. And then tunataka kubaki hapa tuseme hiyo ni bullshit. Sisi ndio
wacheni niwapatie scenario. Kidogo tu. Ile scenario kabla nemu jibu Cheki scenario. Tumeenda FKF election, okay? Nani wanavotia chairman? Wewe hata kwa branch yako au affiliate na the local league. Au machairman wataji-influence pana. Unaona? So
wataendelee kuji-influence na wataendelea na tunataka waendelee. Ngoja
you know the idea of the idea behind ideas is you should be able to influence and execute ideas. Kama uko position kazi yako bro utakuwa Boniface Mwangi for life.
Auelewi kitu basi. Clearly you are looking at it from a lowly level of managerial level. Cause kama unaongelea stories za kuchange hata ideally what is football KE tunafanya nini? Brother, watch how managers influence whatever they influence. We are seeing this thing is not sustainable. Ndio hii tumeingia saizi tunaweza ingia season bila sponsors. You think mafans wakiendelea kugather we will ever repeat this shit?
You know why I like football KE? Do you know why I like football KE?
Hata nimuulize swali moja, right? Nani trust na dizo you're talking about fans. Dice mwenyewe ndiye amekuja hapa kutuambia vizuri. Bandari wamenyanganywa fans na Mvita, right? And then we are fighting for this FKF league, that is the Premier League, ikuwe na mafans, right? That is the first thing inafaa kuwa inakuhit. Imagine if this Mvita ingekuwa that Premier League, ingekuja na those fans in the league, which means what do you mean it's true?
Yo bro, umefikiria aje kama mjengo?
What do you mean it's true?
Ngoja
Daisy amekuja hapa akasema mafans wa Bandari walikuwa wamevaa jezi za Mvita. So which means
wacha nikuulize swali.
No, just think about this way. The Mvita wako na match yao, right? in Mombasa too. And then Bandari have their match. Unajua mafans wote wataenda to this Vita match, which is more of a tournament than a league. Na waachanishe this how are we supposed to make any change?
Waambie.
Wanakuwa pulled away na these teams zenye they're out to make money, they're out to create talent and sell them outside when we are supposed to build our own league. It doesn't make sense.
No, bro. We are not supposed to build our league. We haven't built our league. Ngoja Nemuel, ngoja. Wewe kama mtu wa Tusker, ngoja. Wewe kama mtu wa Tusker, you shouldn't tell us shit about building a league. You're the people who are killing our league. Your corporate is killing our fucking league. Now you want to talk about building a league? Wewe huwezi iongelea from that angle. Go tell your club change your jina kwanza. First of all, nyinyi hata mwezi represent academy. Ama academy yetu inaitwa Tusker Academy. Amwezi
wacha ku divert from the whole.
No. Nataka
wachana na Tusker.
Nkari. Now you are now being a nuisance, man. If you want to talk, raise your hand. Ukuwe na chance yako. Na leta name mali na mleta. So them, think of it that way. Kama unataka kuongelea about building our league, it starts with you. Wewe kama mtu wa Tusker, mumedemand nini from Tusker? Hakuna kitu mmedemand. Haya, twende kwa Mvita. Now we've said this guy, kwanza hadi venye alibonga hapa, alisema he started Mvita from nothing. Si ati alienda akapata hiyo club watu alikuwa na do, alafu akaenda akachukua club yenye iko na crowd. Alianzisha hiyo Mvita from nothing and built that crowd. So we don't need Mvita in the league. That's the same mistake we've been doing. We are waiting for something that is complete, then we want to steal that. We are waiting for something that is complete, then we want to steal that. Where are we looking for the process of building that? This guy built that process of gaining fans. Now what we need is his brain. We need his idea. He's proven it. Ametuonyesha hivi ndio structure ya kupata mafans. I went and did it with nothing. Nilitoa team kutoka kwa grao, nika build wakakuwa na mafans paka wakafika hapa. Hiyo time yote hamkumuona. Na amesema sijui it took him 20 years. 20 fucking years, brother. Hiyo time yote hamkuona. So sasa hizi venye imekuwa ndio nataka kuja kumkashifu. Wacha auze ma players nje, wanabaki hapa Kenya kufanya nini? Wakufe. Talent zao ziende wapi? Ziishe.
Dizo naongea.
Bildini, hauwezi bro. Tulia. Trosa na kam. Haujainua mkono. Inua mkono, Tross ndo huyu hapa hivi ameinua mkono anakaa and then now.
Niko kwa pipeline.
Wewe wacha zako. So what we need is a long term project. See hizi short term za kujampia projects zenye ziko complete. Then now we are missing the process. If we haven't built, we won't see the value of that product. Lazima to build ndio tuangalie tukue unajua nini, in case mtu yote anajaribu kuchoma, we are calling that shit out immediately. Tunajua machungu ya kubuild. So it's so unfair insist ati Mvita ingie league kufanya nini? Days mwenye alikuja akasema the oldest person aliona hapo hivyo is around 20 na hiyo dimba walikuwa wanaguza au watu wauzwe. Hadi hii ligi yenu yenye mnataka kuibuild, hakuna mtu anabuild hii ligi. Sisi tunaenda kuwatch game kwa hii ligi for the love of the game. And tunataka kwenda huko. Ngoja Nkari again you're being a nuisance.
Come on.
Again you're being a nuisance.
Wacha ni clarify tu kitu kidogo kabla uendelee.
Bro.
Cheki, hauwezi uza player kwa
nini sasa brother? Mwanze mbona unanifanya nafinya hii kitu ya red bana na venye ni moto. Unajua mtu afai ni moto bro. I was just landing my point on Nemuel kuniambia hapa you need to think ahead. Wacheni kufikiria hapa short term. Ati hii kitu watu wako na mafans tuwalete. Shabana ilikuwa na mafans last season. Mbona hatukuinsist watoeni huko chini tuwalete ligi? Hiyo ni kufikiria Vian Kuth aje. Ross.
I only have. I just want to make it open. When I was following that Super 8 league, it was much entertaining than the league, and that's why Nick Mwenda felt so jealous and made sure that guy didn't manage to make it at the top. But Hussein, I think, with what he did with that league, with the resources he had, with the accountability, with the involving people, that the most important people in the game, who are the fans, that's why he got to that level. Yeah, he involved the fans, and that's why the league was much bigger than even the current league. I think it was being shown. Imagine Namta game being played at Nyayo Stadium during the finals. Again, secondly, I feel you can't come here start blaming us left, right, and center. If you watch a lot of football, you'll notice. Sorry to give this example, but you'll not notice people like Jamie Vardy. They didn't go through the academy, or they didn't go through the fancy teams and whatever, but still they found themselves in the APL. That means there are still some amateur leagues in UK. There are amateur leagues in UK that still supply players for these big teams. And then thirdly, I feel we kind of misguided here. But did you see the marketing that Mvita did? Mvita, even when you're walking on the street, you knew Mvita is playing Bandari. When you came online, you knew Mvita is playing Bandari. When you check in your various football WhatsApp group, you knew Mvita was playing Bandari. Does Bandari do that? If they don't do that, fuck them. They don't do that. It's up to them. So Mvita did everything that they could have done for them to play. And then Mvita is from Coast. Yeah. So for them to play Bandari for a friendly match, it's not like they want a diplomatic relationship. They want to romance with Bandari so that we can look like a proper football team. No. Football, it's about you're 11 players, kuja na ball to chase it. These are the rules. It's not like it's elected. Bandari has to play a friendly match with some funny team here, with their league team. Like I said, there are people who believed in Wrexham and they invested a lot of money in Wrexham. They even bought players that have retired. They played in amateur league Wrexham for how many years? When they came, they felt it's the right time, we should join the league. So it doesn't matter how long it takes, as long as you continue to build the fan base and you have the people. The most important people in football are the fans and the team owner. You see, the team, you can change it anytime. So that's why I said, if Tofik feels like now I'm above this league, he can even buy SSSAD and name it Mvita. He can even come here and in the NSL and buy MCF slot. They are going down. Yeah. The Moroni youth, the original Moroni youth is being sold. So you guys are just arguing here left, right, and center. But this somebody.
I think I made the wrong point across. Me, I really like what Balala is doing. Hata naitwaje mse wa Moroni, mse wa Moroni. These are guys different, but you need them in the football. And for some reason I support them because wakona ujeuri that can get our football to where it needs to be. Okay? So for Adagala, he fights within the system. Now, amerudi KPL bana. And that's the thing. For Balala, as I said, he's fighting. He has the great ideas. He has good ideas. He's doing a lot of stuff. Hata niliona kulikuwa na billboards zina flash Mombasa. Unaona? Those are good things, eh? Lakini football is an association and an affiliation sport. And as long as you're not affiliated, I don't think you can do anything or make a change. So for me,
I'm telling you, hold on.
So
I was still talking. I just gave you some
kidogo. I'm not fighting Balala, by the way. I don't know why you guys think I am fighting him. I'm not fighting him. I'm just trying to convince him to come to the fold and fight from within. His ideas have convinced all of us who are within association and affiliated football. We like his ideas. We like what he's doing, man. We like what he's doing and we like his ideas. Why can't he just come and now just fight from within with us because we are also fighting.
I think
Me niko affiliated
Kari,
football bana.
ni Kari kama
Unaona?
hizi idea ndo ungekuwa hizi idea kama ndo ungekuwa unapatia Mary Bombas mngekuwa KPL sahi. Anyway,
Kitu
Usijali,
unaona
usijali,
Nkari,
usijali.
cheki tukimaliza tu hii story hivi, unaona what Devi was trying to say in simple terms, for you to challenge the system, you must just have to change the system, because even with your ideas, to come with your ideas into the system, it won't allow, because the system won't allow you to change the status quo, because there are people who have been benefiting by how the system is currently. So when you come to change the system, ama you get in and try to fighting the system from the in, it's why in most cases people wanapotea tu, whether it is their team or nini, unaona.
Lamo, but you know Mwendwa got in by
si Mwendwa, sikia, acha nikwambie, unaona,
alifight
sikia,
Nyamweya from within.
sikia,
Alikuwa anafanyia Mwendwa, alikuwa anafanyia Nyamweya job. Ndio.
Sikatai, tulia.
Sema lazima udue anything.
Nkari, tulia, acha nikuulize tu swali. Mbona tunazusha vitu ziko sahi currently? Ni vitu zimekuwa 10, 15, 20 years ago, kama system ili change. Unaona, hizo ndo vitu tunakushow. Long term game bro. System ni ile. Nick venye na manage bro, ni kitu kidogo sana from how nani anaitwaje this other guy Nyamweya alikuwa. Hata si Nyamweya, akina, unaona, Nyamweya alikuwa time ya KFF, unaona, na wakazusha vitu walikuwa wanafanya KFF, ndio ikakuja around 06 or 8 FKF ikaingia. The same things walikuwa wanazusha then ndio tunazusha saa hii, na hiyo ndo tunakwambia ni system for hata easy ideas zenye. Ndio maana unaona hata as a football KE community we are moving just beside ya management, but in a parallel position, unaona, atuguzani mahali, because one, pia sisi, if you have noticed, in most cases hapa ndani tunazusha juu hiyo shit, but you see what we also noticed, kulikuwa na watu walikuwa wamenyamaza but they had the same things. Now we are all speaking the same thing, unaona. Every unorthodox nini inaitwaje move or nini, you kuwa na hiyo inaitwaje hiyo opposition, unaona. Even painters, if you think about painters, their way haikuwa the normal way, but people wakawaita machizi until they pull it off, wakakuwa geniuses. Until system you cannot fight the system. It has been running for years, 50, 100 years. When Devi alikuwa anakuambia in a general term, that's how the world is. It's because of systems. 20 years ago, these tyrannies used the same fucking methods because it is system. You come with your new ideas, they cut off your head. Unaona? Na hiyo story ime nini hivyo, because we can all argue back and forth. Unaona, kitu pia tunasahau ni we are here, si tuko pande FKF, not literally the same team.
So inaweza sema, by the way, I'm not fighting anyone, I'm not opposed.
I know you're
anyone.
not.
Me, I like ideas. I like ideas, by the way. And I like
unaona,
what Balala
the problem is you might like it, but you want to force him akuje mahali system yenyewe I respect as a profession.
Ndio sababu tuko na football KE. Unacheki football KE,
exactly.
By the way,
that's why
I don't know kama tumerealize. I don't know kama tumerealize football KE ni space na sounding board ya wase hawako kwa system, wana love ball na wako na solutions. Unacheki? So for me, football KE ni your space where you now actually come and make a difference, whether you're saying something,
the good thing,
you're showing up for games,
the bigger picture, bro. The bigger picture, check it. The bigger picture is we are all at war on the same side, which is football KE. Mimi na wewe tuko na gun. Balala might have sword or what, but we are still fighting the same fucking war. Hiyo ndo unafaa uone, bro.
He's an ally, but I'm not
He
fighting.
has
In fact,
way of fighting the system,
juu yake,
but he's still fighting the system.
Exactly. Juu nikifight juu yake ni juu na fight juu. Why are you fighting a lone war? Well, there's a crowd.
He's not fighting alone.
He's
not fighting alone. He's not fighting alone. But
anyway,
usione hivyo.
so,
Just because you're not part. Just sikia kiasi. Ndakupatia tu malize. Just because you're not part of the team, usione hakuna team. There is a team. Unaona? Ujiulize mbona wewe uone hakuna team.
Mimi sijasema hakuna team.
Bas, then usione a fight. He's fighting in his own war.
And I love his war.
Ni Jupia ameona yeye ni mtiaji acha kuweka kwa team. Otherwise ungekuwa hiyo team
ilikuwa too literal. Ilikuwa tu figurative. Yeah, na kuenjoy.
Kitu kingine tusianze kuwa very
hizo kajaga kichwa. Kanyaga hiyo kichwa.
Sianze makatel mapema bana. Sianze makatel mapema bana.
Si cartel. Si hakuna cartel.
To build a broad base.
Yes, fighting on different fronts. Tumalize tu hivyo. Tukubali tu hivyo basi. That is the common ground, si ndio?
Ndio hiyo.
Basi na hiyo iko tu fiti. So anyway naona Mbakaya yako hapa. Professor anataka kutusikia professor.
Hapa bado tutaendelea 20 mahali.
Of course. Ni sawa tu. Hata kesho ni sawa tu unapata. Pia hapo unajua Jafo Silva plus.
Pamoja. Ni story. I mean it's a long game.
Sweet football ni hivyo, imagine
it's a longer game. It's a longer game and we need for, you know, sawa.
Kabisa. We all in the same fight, si ndio?
Kabisa.
Mimi na wewe tuko na guns, whether ziko na bullets za chuma ama lead or whatever. We all
kaende. Kama mbaya.
Ndio hiyo bro. Na atuitishi ruhusa, unaona? We unapologetically doing it fully. Unaona? Na tujifichi ama personally tujifichi.
Kama vile slogan inasema kama mbaya.
So Mbakaya, good evening.
Good evening wa jamaa.
Ni aje?
Hapa if somebody has a pussy kind of attitude, anaweza kuwa na rant saizi kwa choo. Zile mangumi ziko hapa. Damn. I think birthday boy ni vile tu amewaka kiasi ndio sababu amesurvive. Saizi imagine mungehanda kubasu na hizi tackles. Mungebaki pekee na hapo. But good discussion. I think the diverse opinion ndio kitu ya maana. I don't want to go back into what has been said. There's always room for everybody in football, kutoka juu mpaka chini, in my opinion. But if you feel you don't want to be in the system, yenye exists, and you can have something on the side, but it makes you happy and you meet your targets, that's it. If there'll be a day that Balala will feel he wants to get into this other side of the league, but I think that has been well exhausted. I understand why Martin might have been saying that, and why the disgraced birthday boy, aka Nemuel, we cannot even rely on him in our next friendlies, but chances are lazima tu tumchezeshe for lack of options. Tuko na shida mingi sana. But back to the game. There's a lot to look forward to. One of the challenges umeona leo, which are lessons. A positive. Kenya Secondary Sports Association ilipata a certificate. And on the same day, kukakuwa na confusion about from a region on who is supposed to represent that region. Your confusion here, Gorosare, and lack of clear communication, and Kisumu Day was disgraceful because two conflicting details went on at the same time. These are the small things you should work on as a country. Nadhani KSSA imelala, they have the potential on streamlining such. So it's not a work to do it. But I believe we have enough professionals here to probably help them out in case they need. Unfortunately, but like I said, they only believe it should be teachers within the system doing most of the things. But that is what under the bridge. I heard teams are going to do friendlies in Turkey. Nimengoja picha, nimengoja hata link, hakuna. So it's a wannabe status too bad or still going on as we wait for those so-called friendlies kutoka huko majuu. And then kulikuwa na hii video yenye Azam walikuwa wanacheza friendly kule Tunisia. Jamaa waka walk out of uwanja bana. Sasa nikashindwa hata kama mmekuwa raft, you focus on the game plan. Your plan is not to look at fouls na win game one. Your plan is to see how your players handle pressure and those other things. I'm not in agreement as much as the referee wa hiyo side anaweza kuwa alikuwa mbaya, but it was a true scenario what they could face in future wakiwa kule in other matches. So maybe the hosts were bad, but I think maybe the Tunisians also behaved badly in that they should welcome those guys. It's not a do or die thing, but that's the attitude you can see or not. Nobody wants to even lose a friend. They will use all the dirty tricks in the game. So if you want to succeed, morals aside, and I think that should be the attitude we need to adapt and become a bit ruthless. Somebody has been making a joke that so the person who has been giving prizes for winners should look for the hackers and hand them some 3 million each for winning. I don't want to mention who is being targeted, but I think it's a low blow for that. It's been a slow day for even clubs. Now, one thing that nilikuwa nataka kumention pia ni Leopards. I think more Leopards kuna hang. I've seen the coach is supposed to do. He has back-to-back interviews pale on some of the mainstream stations in Kenya. That is Radio Jambo, then TV47. It's a tough call for him. I know if I was still in the system, I would not sanction those interviews because he will be in a fix. The people who are supposed to go for the interviews are not the coaches. So easy as things stand, let the coach be interviewed kwa uwanja penye ana train na place kama hizo or during a match. But kupeleka coach, because the questions that will come in will just be about who are we signing, will they be registered, what was the former coach doing. There's the pressure around the team should not necessarily. No, isn't there some of the small things about management? You can notice between 2019 and 2012 or 2022 or 2023 this season, we worked so hard to protect Ingwe coaches and players from media predators and fellas who used to like making stories and amplifying some things that are maybe normal in other clubs or just normal in the league, but they would make it look like a crisis at Leopards. So we worked around it. Even if it would blow, it wasn't such a big thing. But now, if something is not done, would have a danger where the coach is going to be put under so much pressure and probably say something that he may regret or not give a satisfactory interview. So hapo tu hizo ndio vitu ndogo zenye I think as a league we need to work on. It should be mandatory before the season starts. Have some sort of pressure if possible. Have a link where those who are not coming can throw in questions via Zoom, record it, let it go live, let it go out there. And that's how we can have more viewership, more people tuning in, more people following. Like Saizi, people are only following 3 teams. FC Leopards, Shabana, Gor Mahia, and then you'll have a bit of information about Tusker because they've structured their communication. Then you'll have something from Mulinzi, that makes it 5. Then there'll be some pieces of information here and there from police because they're still learning a few things. But that's where it disappears. So out of the 18 teams in the league, we don't know anything about 12 teams. what they're doing, how they're structured, how they're doing it. Oh, okay, there's Bandari. So let's say 11. No, it's not good for the league to have a scenario where so many of the teams operate in darkness, but they want to be a part of the success that is being built by 2 or 3 teams, or 4 or 5. It's rather unfortunate. It's something that needs to be worked on. All this information needs to be public and open. If that kind of communication is a challenge. So kwa transfer kuna rumors, but kuna ile information inafaa iko out. So I hope that can be worked on. We have 3 weeks to the start of the league nadhani. Or it's exactly a month actually. To be exact, 29 days before the league starts. And we don't know the venues. We don't know the fixture imetolewa that will be altered so much already. You could think somebody never knew when these internationals for CAF Champions League matches would be done. I mean, it was very clear those matches would not be played at that time. It's just a risky game on how we play and how we do our things. But kwa maoni yangu, FKF are doing very bad. Wanakosea mashabik. Also, if they are sponsors, wanakosea because we should be having the hype going. We should be having communication out. Maybe their target is 2025, or is it 26 AFCON or 27? But you fans are targeting next season. The chairman was slightly casual in saying to Narudi when those questions were popped up, because he was asked the question by the vice chairman of the Sports Journalists Association, not once, but 3 times. Chairman, can you clarify this? What do you mean when you say this? President, just tell us this. It would have been nice for him to take a minute and say, we are sorted. We have a sponsor in place, I'll announce. We have this in place, it's going to be announced. Simple like that. And it's at least people are like, when do we get the names? But to say I'm going to come back at Arudi Lini, and that kind of shenanigans ndio pia zinafanyanga game yetu kukua ina hang. But so far, things so good for us. Tuko hapa tukadha. Let's keep subscribing to the channel. Tusukume content yetu as we plan ahead. And for those who can generate content for the specific teams, as fans for those particular teams, come out, come ahead. Those who want to give certain opinions, of course, we need you guys to lead in that content generation. Isiachiwe watu wachache and put pressure on them. We can have the coordination, but we need guys who can do consistent generation of that content, because there is more that we need to do. Kennedy ndio huyo hapa, the only City Stars fan. I'm happy that we retain it, Messi. It was a shame that angetoka. The boy needs to grow 1 season, so he's made a good choice. Maybe next season he can think of the next step for him, or even if he would want to stay an extra, I think the league will be competitive enough. But the teams that are joking, if Leopards doesn't sign this season, then next season they can easily be relegation candidates. Hiyo tu ndio fact niko comments. It would be very tough to sustain a season, considering kuna a lot of players pale wakwangi fit full season. They con the club in a way. Hiyo tu ndio kweli. They cannot sustain fitness for 4 months or a month or 2. They can't play every game and give you results. They'll appear when they feel like they're good, then suddenly fizzle out. Hizo ndio challenges. So next season we see we had teams that have been flirting with the relegation. Like I used to say, Mathare will go down. Then they went. But the teams that, some of these big teams have been playing around so much and getting away with murder. If the same mistakes are committed, we may have a big something catastrophic happening to a team we least expect, because it's a flat one. For the promoted teams, nimeka comment pale, jamaa amenikashifu. I feel Muranga might have a better season. Most guys are only looking at the trophy that Shabana won. I feel Muranga have had a solid team. The disappointment from the previous season, then they can match up with another performance like that. is reason enough to see them. Usisha bana ukicompare penye walikuwa na hii season penye wameenda, they need to push the same consistency. But then they'll make so many technical changes on their side. While already ukiangalia Muranga have already dropped in experienced players from the KPL, from the youth teams, the easy teams strong. So they already have a solid structure. They'll just strengthen up a kidogo. So it will be an interesting season. But I just wish my Leopards will sign players. Because Kuko, it doesn't matter who is on that bench. Maybe we might have crazy character, but without depth, it doesn't matter. I don't think this 1982 where you are Aston Villa, you can win a European Cup with only 15 players. That is a miracle that I think even Gor would not have pulled if they could not have strengthened mid-season. Back to Lamu and Dizo.
Kama kawa umeongelea vitu mingi hata but ni mzuri umegusia hizo games za high school because that is exactly what we are planning to look at. Juu lazima tungeangalia, it was one of the topics that was shared earlier. Na mazee kwanza hiyo story ya Agorosare na Kisumu Day wameshinda, wametumwaga bana. Mara Kisumu Day wameshinda kesi kidogo. Agorosare have won back their case. Apparently the player akiwa kichezea Dagoretti, his previous team, thinks ilikuwa ni team gani hiyo, they had not actually pull off his name from their system. So in fact Dagoretti ndo walimfield illegally, but that was last season, so they did not have the case. So apparently now Agorosare are actually going to represent Nyanza in the national. In fact wako pool A. So pool A iko na Bute ya North Eastern, alafu Shandarema ya of course Western. You know, we had tried to give you guys updates and live football action from Western region. Big up Mbakaya kwanza. Shukran sana. So of course you know Shandarema from Western, alafu Kirangari from Central, alafu Agorosare ndio number 4. Pool A. Pool B ni St. Anthony's toka Rift Valley, alafu Dagoretti bana, Ditches hapa Nairobi, alafu Mateleko Easterns na alafu Serani wanamaliza hapo. Na they will be played the first week of August, which is 5th all the way to 12th. Hapo ndo zitakuwa zinachezwa. Nilikuwa naona msee akisema KSSS now that they have actually registered it as part of sports organizers and nini, they should be looking to bring in 2 teams from every region. And I also feel it would be a rightful move. First, because you will actually now have a number of teams in the competition. So yes, najua itakuwa ndefu na juni chuo classes nini all that form 4s nini hiyo ni kelele. If this number takes 6 days, then hiyo namba ingine hata ikichukua 1 month bado ni sawa, unaona. So now they will have to pick 2 or 4 stadiums. Juu kama sahi host venue ni Kakamega School, alafu final nachezwa Bukhungu. By the most of the games za Western zilikuwa zinachezwa Bukhungu. So regardless, for example, unaona team kama Dago wakicheza na Highway, wanacheza bonge la final, to have to kick out one of the two still feels like a lose-lose. However win you want to say it is, because having the 2 of them in the nationals would be more exciting than just having one. At the end of the day, we are trying to give talent to as much players we can, teams we can. Secondly, we also want to have as much entertainment as we can. So I agree. Hata finals by the Musingu walikuwa wabaya deadly, unaona. So I agree with this guy. Na ilikuwa ni former coach wa Bafana, anaitwa Robert Ojienda, and he had written this I think on his Facebook. I agree with him. I fully agree with him. because the level plus the other thing, fan base, the kind of fan base that they are pulling it would be monumental to our football in Kenya. Unaona? So yes, I agree with that. The other thing, umeongelea FC relegated. Ndafurahi msipojipanga mkuwe tu relegated, mbaki huko. Unaona? Which mimi na FC mimi si fan wa FC. But says wako relegated juu ya fan base again. Mi napenda Kenya Premier League ikiwa na fans, because fans in long term wanasaidia league as a whole juu ya viewership.
You know, Lamo, let me interrupt you. What I meant was, if Leopard doesn't fix this issue in time,
I know what you meant.
they stand at danger. They're walking a thin line. Na hiyo si wasenga wanaweza sema Milimo ana wish, but you guys know the role I was playing in the team.
Okay.
Guys, you see, some guys would think that I've bile, but you guys know the role I've been playing for this team. Really at the heart of it.
Yes.
But you see, kuna zile conditions zenye mkijiweka, it might be too late to walk out of them. So we need to be very careful and fix this thing so that we don't start off very late again. Because the reality is, you're forced again to hang on to the same players. Window imefunga, mnafaa mngoje mid-season, results hazishiki vizuri. Mid-season ikifika, do you release the same guys? Do you have a bloated squad? As in, those financial challenges come through. But in my opinion, I would wish they look for a way, whether it's getting an advance or pati OSEMs, as long as pesa zinaenda kwa OSEMs, that is, amalizane naye, and then they sign, because I think already the players have agreed. You hear the players who already have agreed to come to the team. One of the players I'm excited at joining, Gideon Were. He's highly hyped. I think I like his style of play. I watched him once. I think he's a good defender. If we can bring depth in that central defense, we can have the luxury of pushing Casey into midfield, because he'll now have an extra central defender. Casey on his into midfield, where he can have freedom to play around with the ball. Upon Yuma, it's a lot of risks on a ball. So you see, I still have hope because I follow up. But honestly, we need to strengthen that team. I always even.
You know, the last time we talked about Casey, I said the same thing. Casey could be one very good number 6. Design, not of course Busquets ni standards different, but as in he could be used in that kind of role at FC, as long as beside him bado ako na kina Undo, unaona, those defensive militarized kind of players.
Yeah, exactly. If you have Munyendo, Undo and Casey, then you have an unpenetrable midfield, because Casey can carry the ball up front. These other two can do all the dirty work. And you might find him now even exactly, and you can find him even now taking, because sometimes he takes shots and driving in a ball as a defender mpaka kwa ile half ingine. Now we could see a more Sergio Ramos kind of behavior in him that can be better for the national team, because some of the tactics we use are very static. And in one of the videos that I think might be going up in Tulifanya I was speaking on the different coaching styles. The Tom Juma na Fred Ambani. Fred is a bit of an attacking guy, more open, and is a risk taker. TJ is a conservative. He likes to close the game, but still be able to take on an opponent. Ye close that sana. Akifunga bao hautamfungua. But now we see that we'll see how the two will work together. It's the kind of expectation. But I think for TJ, his hands are already tied, because I think these players had already been decided. He'll have to work with whoever is signed. Trilamu.
Hiyo ni fiti. So kwa hivyo FC, hata wewe unafeel wanakulet down ka fan?
Definitely, as a fan, na feel your pressure. Unajua sasa, I'm no longer the media officer. Mimi ni fan sasa. Nimerudi position yangu. And so kuna hizo disappointments. But ningekuwa niko pale bado hiyo position, you say I would be defending. But the truth is, there's a lot of anxiety kwa mafans. across the whole country about the team. Nini inafanyika kwa team yetu? Mbona tumalizi hizi vitu? And nobody is giving the direction and the hope that is needed saizi openly. Everything is in the air. And it seems the answers are only with one or two people. We don't know what is happening. I think you can even see the energy has died down kwa mafans. Saizi wanakuanga na expectations, but I'm sure we're in that condition where if these things are not fixed and as time ticks away, it was 6 months, imekuwa 3 months, now it's 1 month, now there's even more pressure gathering. It's not going to be exciting if the same continues, and maybe that American guy's ultra stocks might end up happening. Sijasema kitu.
Anyway, ni sawa tuangoja tuone. Just unaona tu pia wewe uko na doubts na there is some shadow over the uncertainty of your club. Same way tu pia si tuko na ligi. Umeongelelea by the sasa ndo nazikumbuka, umeongelelea pia ligi, it is 1 month na kuna vitu watufanyi, you know, as in new fala tu as in that being in the dark for as much as by the umecount tukasema like 12 teams pekee, as in 12 teams that keep the rest of the league in the dark. I feel hata hizo zingine bado tu ni the same. Juu pia hizo getting information ni ngumu sana, unaona? Design pia when you even ask even the president himself, anakuambia ni kama unamuomba 50 bob. Umuombi, unamuliza kitu yeye mwenye kama yeye ajui. Akina Bari wanafaa wajue nini? Akina nani, vice chairman anaitongwa nani? Dorka Petra wanafaa wajue nini? Unaona? Yeye ndo president. What do you mean na come? So I feel kitu tunafaa kuimprove is our communication. Our communication is ni bado ya 20 years ago. It is not official. It isn't official at all. And it is not professional. Ni ya upuzi, ni ya disrespect, ni ile ya we pia unanisumbua. Unaona? Na unauliza mtu kitu genuine, kitu tunafaa kujua 2 months ago. You should be leading with the example. 1 month later, hatujui sijui kama teams zinajua mali zitakuwa zinacheza next season. Sisi fans hatujui, but teams sijui kama teams zinajua. Because hata fixtures zimetolewa but hakuna mali inaeka mali games zitakuwa. Unaona? We don't know if we'll be playing. Okay, the only yenye imekuwa confirmed na ilisemwa tu juju ni ya Kiambu. Unaona? But then again, hiyo ni moja. There are so many games next season and that is still weighing on our heads. It's still not clear. Sponsorship the same. Hii ingine the same. Unaona? At least hata ya Shabana tukiwa kwa group msee Ngware alisema ni bang bet na tulikuwa tunacheka. Hiyo daka ingine kumbe ni ukweli ni bang bet. Unaona? At least hiyo you know. Hizi zingine we don't know. So una imagine what about the logistics? Logistics zitakuaje ama the profit sharing itakuaje kama hii kujua tu ndio noma. Unaona? And that's the sad thing. But anyway, sisi kama mafans Football KE we are very prepared. Kitu nilikuwa nataka kuambia, we have actually looked at the fixtures of which mlikuwa mshaambiwa. Kuna tour ile ilifanywa yenye walienda Murang'a Seals wakazusha. Hiyo ilikuwa test drive. So of course we are looking to more such tours in the coming season. Our list is out. A few of you probably have seen it, but we are working on a poster. It will be populated very soon because we are actually gearing to go away to these matches. Na ni matimu zenyu. Na of course hazitakuwa hizo pekee. Of course you guys will also have a chance to add on those fixtures. Games zenye mnafeel lazima tuende ama mnataka tuende. Na si za season pekee, hata za NSL tutasonga. Ikuwe ni timu ya Kinankari, hiyo Meru Bombers, anataka mafans wa Football KE wakam. logistics itafanywa, na if they are feasible, sisi yao Meru huko kwanza kuna matako deadly, tutaenda kucheki dimba na matako. So anyway, kwa hiyo maneno machache mimi sina mingi ya kusema, na it is actually 4 minutes before 12. We have tried a lot, so I want to say mazee, dakika ni 90 plus hapa sasa, dakika ni ya lala salama. So I've said everything. I don't think if there's anything we have left out, and if there's any speaker or any listener mwenye ana feel kuna kitu alikuwa anataka kusema na we are about to close him or her, this is your chance. Juu pia hii ni space ya mafans, so hatutaki ku feel tuache fana na feel ni foreplay. Toa yote na si maji ambao show mwaga nje.
Apart from Nemwell, nimerealize Nemwell si fan. Nemwell tu ni kierere.
Achana na name. Name tutaongea naye kwa grao ama atatutext. So anyway, this is your chance kama mafans.
Naweza sema kitu la mo.
Yes.
By the way, you know, niko na experience kiasi football. Sisemi si aggregate ati niko na more experience than everyone. Yani najaribu kusema maisha yangu yote ya football sijai cheki platform kama Football K na hii 90 plus show. Yani hizi ni vitu as happen Kenyan football, unaona? So tuko na opportunity bana, tuko na opportunity bigi sana ya ku make a difference na ya from the fan point of view, unaona? And kusema I think in my realization ni kwamba kwa Kenyan football fan hajakuwa na position ya kuongea na ya kudetermine decisions, and I think that's it, eh? So for me that's it. Lazima to keep Football K kuwa a very, there's nothing neutral is bullshit, there's nothing neutral, but a platform where you can feel you can come and say your shit and you do your shit and you go, and hopefully you make a difference as you're saying your shit and you're doing your shit. Neo. So Football K is, by the way, is a powerful platform. Tumetrend hata off season bana, hata season haijaanza, hatuna game, hatuna nini, na tumetrend na tumepata hizo trends na nini. So for me we need to realize the importance of a moment, and I think Kenyan football has a moment in Football K, and if we don't realize it and we trade with it or we censors opinion or something, we won't get there. All the same, I'm not saying that people will give up. Last of all, me, I will not give up. Lazima to fight for Kenyan football ban. Tunachapanga wase wa mainstream huko wakiongea hizo vitu zao na nini. Sasa tuko kwa platform yetu, hatuwezi fight destructively. So for me, need to fight. It is important because I mean we all come from different clubs and nini, but we have a common goal of Kenyan football. So let's keep the platform healthy. Na nini. So we attract more people. Na tuna sensa wale wanaongea bullshit. Naonanga wase wanaleta EPL kwa platform utupo nje. That is important, eh? Lakini when we are talking about our own game, I mean everyone is game bana. Mumenipasha na Meru Bomas mbaya sana bana. Hata sahi la mumenipasha na Meru Bomas hapa, na hata nita make sure mmekuja Meru for that specific reason. It is game, it is football, and we fight and we play, and it is for the love of the game, for the love of the club, and for the love of everything. But to keep platform Football K a platform where anyone knows you can come and do your shit, as long as you're talking about Kenyan football bana. Weenda bana. There are no sacred cows in Kenyan football bana, not for now. and not any we have seen yet. So anyway, yeah, that's my thing. We are here to the end, by the way. To fight to the end, and we are here for the game. Thanks.
Okay, one more thing, Lamo. I think itakuwa ni conclusion. Guys, and a big update. Football K YouTube channel, you can now subscribe for membership to support. Apart from subscription, we should now start signing up for membership pale to start boosting it. It's one way of contributing to content creation. You may notice tuko na 2 days only of live content. We are trying to put together to ensure we have content more content daily. You saw me make requests to have more guys. So the things will be symbiotic. There are those guys who are saying that I made up Shindo Muneti just yesterday. I'll share with you something I did long time ago in 2013. You will be surprised that these ideas have been there. So my request is go on board. Kuna membership ya $1 and up to higher dollars, so that we can grow that platform and sustain it. Because as you've said, we are on the cusp of history in trying to push something that has not been done. For the first time, we are a unit and a team. Of course, there'll be leaders of the whole thing. And one thing about me is Pendicap, and I like being part of change and focus. And I've been there. I've been people who've really pushed these digital sports to a certain level. So subscribe to the channel, join the membership. Kuna membership levels kadhapo. I'm looking forward to nikiamka kesho nipate niko na members 5 from this team here. If I can get a conversion rate of 10% from Masakopa Leo, starting with birthday boy Newell, who has been doing a good job in pushing the hashtags and the like. Soon tutakuwa na kila msa kona siku yake. And even as we bash and we look for a way to have a symbiotic relationship with the mainstream media, because we still need to go and push our gospel huko at some point. So we will talk hard, as you said, hard hitting. And when you are called upon, kwenda mali could represent the honors, because I'm sure there will be one day we'll be everywhere on all the major stations. Usiende huko na usahau the main goal. So I want to thank the journalists and everybody who's now onboarding on the hashtag. Let's keep the conversation going, and let's disagree to grow the game. Peace.
Ukimaliza unaona kitu ingine watu pia hawaja note, like Football K is an umbrella. You go to the WhatsApp community, you will find under the community kuna team. You can sign up to the team. Mmesikia tuna organize friendlies, so you can sign up, because you see in the group we talk about so many things and things get lost. And if you note, in the group we have journalists who also, apart from working on different stations or media houses, they're also doing their thing on the side, whether ni personal inaitwaje analysis kama Kirimi. Unaona kuna area ya content creators, Football KE content creators, because what we need in this hatuhitaji 90+ show moja pekee, tunahitaji zikuwe mingi sana, because if everyone is talking about football in Kenya, ndio ina grow. Hizo buzz zinafaa zikuwe mingi. So you look under the WhatsApp group, in the community section, you will see so many sectors. Kuna nini ingine, kuna hiyo team yenyewe na content creator na nini ingine. Let me just mbio mbaya niwaambie tu sasa hivi.
Yeah, by the Lamo, as you check the figures, those who want to maybe have partnerships and you want to support what you're doing, don't feel shy. You can reach out to Lamo and see how we can plug in, because there are those who are giving in kind and those who might be having somebody that they feel makes sense to be a partner to our cause. At the end of the day, that would be keen, because hizi vitu tunapanga za mafans ku travel, If you know somebody say as maybe a transport agency or a system that will say I can come on board and support football KE by this, hizo ndio connections nataka, it will come on board, and that's how I want to grow the game and teach people on partnership. So come through. Even Nemuel saizi ameshamaliza mizinga 5. You can imagine saizi angekuwa sha sign membership hapa ya mwaka mzima. But ni sawa tu, enjoy your birthday Thug.
Yes, hiyo ingine ni atross. While name ni birthday yake. Today is allowed to spend as much as he can. Again, blessed that strong Mr. Jagol. I hope imekunice. So hiyo ingine inaitwa Football KE Ultra. Hiyo ni akina Tross. Isikuwe tu ni Tross pekee anatupa magrenade huko hizo kwa management ya Gor nini. Juu what mulifunzwa na ule mse wa Morocco the other day ni in football, for you to have that revolution lazima kukuwe na hiyo struggle juu you're trying to take power from people who have been having it for a very long time. So hautawatoa pale na kuambia excuse me sir, songa nipite. Itabidi umempiga ngumi amesonga. Juu yeye akipata chance atakushoot. So you must be as physical to them. So hiyo sector ya Ultra ukijisikia hivyo ndo unakuja to the board ni wewe bro, you know. So they are very different nini, na those sections will be added in due time. Kuna vitu okay, si mingi, there are things we are trying to organize.
Lamo, Friday
yes.
Is a team jersey day.
Yes,
I think Namuel has mentioned that.
Tunamalizia nayo show, lazima watu wavae jazi kesho. Hata si kesho, tushafika kesho. Tuko Friday actually, leo ni Friday. Ukiamka mazee, don yo jazi ya Bandari, ya Ulinzi, whatever, Gor, Tusker, yoyote, hata kama ni Meru Bombas, hata kama ni mimi na hii timu yangu hapa ya mtaani, whichever. Kesho ni Friday, and if you can, kesho Football KE itairan, unaiquote hapo, unaquote na picha yako na unaeka hashtag Football KE na hashtag ya jazi name niliona ukipiga hiyo shughuli hiyo ya jazi.
Nilikuwa nasema watu wabebe nini vest ubebe kwa bag yako. Ukipatana na msee wa Football KE amevaa jezi ya Arsenal ama unamtoa hiyo jezi, unachoma, unamvalisha hiyo vest. Actually ilikuwa refu.
Bro.
Nilikuwa na suggest hiyo trend ianzishwe na the official page. Ianzishwe and then everybody ni quote tweet
with a picture of yourself,
and then to make sure huyo msemo ame quote tweet amefollow your page by all means necessary.
Yes sir. Yani imagine hiyo time yote, hizi ndo points pekee. Yani at the end of the show unatoa points very strong, but ni poa. It's good to finish strong. Unamaliza show kama Faith Kipyegon. Unamaliza show kama Faith Kipyegon. Hiyo ni fit. You are a marathoner.
Sawa.
So anyway, my guys, mimi nataka nifunge hii story. Mazee, kesho ni Friday, last day of the week. Si kesho, leo. What the fuck? It is actually morning. So anyway, shukran for the guys who have been here. Nkari, don't feel unakuwa gagged. We just want to be in an orderly fashion. Hakuna kugagiwa hapa. For as long as you're not wasting any people's times talking about bullshit. As long as you're making sense. Devi alikuambia Tross akimaliza unaingia next. So it's not about gagging people, it's just about being orderly. So usiwahi, kama ulifeel hivyo pole sana. Usiwahi feel hapa, we don't want to make people feel gagged. We just want to be orderly. Juu na imagine ndo nakusikia kwa masikio, hataki usikie una shout sana ama so many voices. You know, we want to keep people here. We don't want to chase them away. unanipata. So anyway, yet again pole, ilikuwa misunderstanding kama ilitoka hivyo, but anyway, Devi sijui kama kuna kitu nataka kusema, nataka watu wa dose.
Mina sina pole yote bro. Budaka make sense. Defend your fucking point. Tusonge nayo na you defend it orderly, in an orderly fashion. Sorry bana, huruma ni esto. Hizo hatuna. And then Nemuel manze, happy birthday bana. Bana hiyo. Today is your day. Lakini bado hujuagi ball. Yaani nilidhani hata leo siku ya birthday yako venye umezeeka utasema hata vitu za maana. Lakini Tusker ina shida. Tusker ibaki tu na mafans madem. Alafu kuna kitu inanisumbua Galamo. Kirimi na Murimi ni my brothers. Ama tu ni Ujaluo.